And here we are through step 37. Step 37 was building this storage box and gluing it onto the turret. And then we put a couple of these little hook things here with the eye. I don't know what you want to call them. Anyway, put those on the side also. So there she sits. And step 38, we continue on by adding a few more little things onto the turret. Among them is the spotlight. And on the back of the storage box, there's a couple of little things there that go on there, and I don't know what they are either. They don't tell you. So let's find those little parts and we'll attach them to the turret. Okay, well, let's see. First, we're going to give the tank an overall layer of NATO black. The tank and the turret, and then some other parts. So let's do the NATO black first. Now we put a layer of XF58, the olive green. Well, I think that's probably about it. That's about the color I wanted to get to. Put down a layer of NATO black first, and then 2 or 3 real light layers of the XF58 olive green. And I didn't saturate the entire thing. I wanted to have some of that black kind of show through here and there. Not real strongly, but just real lightly showing through. And I'm happy with the way it looks, so there we go. All the other little pieces are painted, and let's get out of the spray area and get back to the model bench. I'm starting to lay the track down. I have painted the tracks themselves with a base color of what's it called here? Not black rubber, the XF84, the dark iron. That was the base that I put down on the track. Then I took my Tamiya Weathering Master and started laying down some of these pastels with the little brush that comes inside. I used a combination of the silver, the rust, and the light sand, which is here in the middle. And that is giving me the effect that I like. So these pieces of track have to go down in a certain order, and the instructions are really nice about that. They give you the order. There you can see number 1, number 2, number 3 are all these links. Then you go to number 4, then you go to number 5, 6, and then 7 is back to links, and then 8 is another length that goes on at the end. So the first one to go down is A47, this piece right here. There is, hopefully I can make it show, right there you can see a little raised portion, a little knob sticking up right there. That is your starting point. And you take the track and you find where that plugs in. Right there. There's a little rectangular shaped hole right there. That shows up better. You take that and you line it up with that little knob and you lay it down, and that's your starting point. So I'm going to start laying all these tracks on the wheels, and I'll see you when I get this one done. Okay, so I've started on laying the tracks down, and I've got 2 lengths on the top here, and I've just started putting the little link pieces in. I got a bunch of them off the sprue. They're ready to go, and I laid the first one in right there. I'm going to go at this real slow, and I want to make sure every single piece I put together on these, the cement thoroughly dries before I move on to the next one. So while this little piece is drying, I'm going to start working on weathering the rest of this track. So I'll come back when I get that done. Okay, I just wanted to come back and show you that I've got a good part of the upper tread installed now. And I started doing some weathering on the wheels. See if I can get it in better light. There we go. That's a little better, I guess. Started doing some weathering on the wheels. And so far, I like the way it's looking. I'm going to do more, but I'm liking it so far. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here is the first set of tracks installed around the wheels. It came out okay. They were not an exact fit. When it came to meeting the thing together up here on the top. I had to do some sanding and a little bit of shaving in order to make it fit. But overall, it's pretty good. And once there's going to be fenders over the top of this, and on the back side and the front side. Another box over here, I think. You won't notice any imperfections on this thing as far as the tracks go. Yeah, so I've started to do a little bit of weathering. I'm using these weathering pastels by Tamiya. The Weathering Master pastels. They're looking pretty good. I'm also using a little bit of the Tamiya panel line and the dark brown in particular. Anyhow, there's the left side of the tank as far as the wheels and tracks go. Totally done. Next, we'll start on this side. Okay. Okay, at this stage of the build, I have the treads on all the wheels. Started doing a little bit of weathering with some pastels. The turret has the gun on it. I also got the figures done. It came out okay. Okay, I am now at step 22. I'm going to put on these back fender skirts. And then after that we'll start adding headlights and things, different things, and some handles and all kinds of goodies. So here's where I'm at now. I am through step 26. And on the front of the tank, I have the cables put on, all kinds of hooks and things like that. Fenders all around. On the back side here, fenders, toolbox, more hooks, more tie downs, whatever you want to call them, more fenders. A bunch of little things. These big boxes on the side. Yeah, so they are ready to go. These guys are ready to go, I mean. I'm going to lighten up their faces just a little bit, but they're basically ready to go. The turret. The barrel I painted with a NATO black and then put a real light aluminum wash over it, or dry brush. And then I took the Tamiya panel line accent color, went over the whole thing with it, the brown. Gave it kind of a dirty blackish metallic look. Haven't done any dry brushing or anything on the turret yet. But ready to press on to step 27. Step 27 is attaching, there's a big giant tow hook assembly that goes on the back of the tank, so that all that is going to be on the D sprue. And we need D68, which is right here. There's D68. It looks like a giant leaf spring to me. I don't know why they're calling that a tow hook. Oh, I see. It is a giant leaf spring. Excuse me. And the actual hook connects to this thing. So let's find the hook, which is going to be in 3 pieces. And it is D59, D30, and D60. There they are. There's the hook. There's the plate. And then I need, I'm not sure, a locking bar of some kind, D30, which is gonna go, there it is, D30. Okay, there's the hook portion itself. Then I need, there's a couple of supports, D7 and D8. Where is D7 and D8? There they are. Okay. Here's D7 and here comes D8. There's the parts I need for the tow hook assembly. So I'll clean these up a little bit and then assemble them together, and we'll come back when I have it assembled. So here we are, pretty much all done. There's only a couple things left to do, maybe 3. One is to give this whole tank a coat of clear, and then decals after that. And then a couple more coats of clear, maybe a touch more weathering here and there, and then a final coat of clear. But here it is so far. It's a really great kit from Tamiya. Nice and detailed. Real easy to put together. There was a couple areas that were a little iffy, but I got them together, fortunately. So, I do have to get an antenna. That's the other thing I have to do. I have to make an antenna for this thing. I didn't like the way these figures look. They look kind of plain to me, so I put beards on these guys. I don't know if you can tell by these pictures, but this tank crew is a bearded tank crew. And they're dirty. I don't believe that any self-respecting tank crew is going to have clean skin and clean uniform. I have all the decals on now, and I put the figures in there. I am disappointed in these decals from Tamiya. That big star on top, it's just silvered really, really bad. The little triangle pieces here on the sides, they silvered too. They don't look as bad, but they did silver. The star on top is the worst, as you can see. Pretty disappointed with these decals. I think I just said that, didn't I? Yeah. The model kit itself is great. I mean, it's a wonderful model kit. It went together really nice. Very happy with the model kit. I would say if you're going to get this kit, invest in some different decals. If you can find them for this kit, which I'm sure you probably can somewhere. So what I'm going to do now is lay down a couple more coats of the clear to seal all the paint in really well, seal the decals in, and hopefully a couple of coats of the clear will help make some of this silvering disappear. So I will see you in just a second after I put a couple of clear coats down. Okay, so here we go. This is the finished model. I've put a couple layers of clear coat on it, and it has helped sort of blend everything together. The decals still look kind of silvered, especially the star on top. I can't do anything about that now. But yeah, it's a very nice model kit. If I was to do this over again, I would definitely get different decals. But there it is. The 135 scale A34 Comet British cruiser tank by Tamiya. I recommend it. It's a good kit. A lot of fun to make. Thanks for watching.